Hey guys, welcome back to the Warrior Mindset. My name's Nick. This is my wife, Kat. Today we're taking the day off. So, a couple of days ago, I reached out to some of my friends and asked if they'd be willing to help me with my one-a-day video release goal. Some of them have said yes, and we're super excited to introduce you to our first instructor.
So today we have Nathan Espinoza. He's from Mora, a little town in New Mexico, famous for raspberries if you haven't been. But he lives here in Albuquerque now. He's a longtime yoga practitioner and he teaches at Sweat Yoga Studio. We have so many great resources in Albuquerque and we're super pumped to share those faces and those experiences here with you at the Warrior Mindset.
Yeah, guys, we're super pumped. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe. If you yourself want to come on and teach a class, let us know either here or on Instagram and we'll get right back to you guys. So let's get to it.
Hi everyone, my name is Nathan Espinoza. Welcome to your 45-minute-ish yoga class. I am here on behalf of Sweat Yoga Studio, where I teach, and the Warrior Mindset. The Warrior Mindset is a program led by Nick and Kat Page. So I am happy to be here on the behalf of Sweat and the Warrior Mindset. You will need a block for this class, and we will also focus on 3 rounds of breaths for most postures. So when you feel ready, make your way to a comfortable seated position on the 4 corners of your rug or mat. Once again, hello. So you can cross shins, legs in front of you, choosing something that is really comfortable. You can even take a block underneath you, underneath the sit bones, so that hips are higher than knees, maybe giving you a little bit more opportunity to relax through that lower body. I, for one, like to sit hips on heels, knees touching, because I can work through the knees as I sit. And then arrive a little bit more, wiggling through the fingers, opening and closing the mouth. Yeah, even finding those neck circles. Just be mindful. Remember, we step onto our mat to become more mindful. Eventually, you'll find this place of centeredness. You root through the sit bones to lengthen through the crown of the head. You tell your dog to sit beside you. And if it's comfortable, close your eyes. If that isn't, your gaze will go downward. Connect within. How? Begin to tune into your breath. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. The deeper, the fuller the inhale, the slower, the longer the exhale. And as you connect into your Ujjayi breath, begin to find what you are looking for, especially in these current times. What are you looking for? Is it healing? Is it peace? Is it understanding? Maybe you do not know what you're looking for. Either way, see if you can just sit in stillness and let those answers, let them come, whether you're looking for answers or not. As you continue to connect into the sweet rhythm of your breath, imagine the people that you miss and love. Imagine them sitting beside you, breathing beside you. And maybe these people that you're thinking of, maybe they give you more reason to believe. As you continue to connect into breath here, begin to consider your reason for being here. Your reason for being here can be known as an intention, a dedication, a prayer. You can take your hands to heart center to feel the rhythm of your heartbeat, the rhythm of your breath. Your tension is what resonates. A person, yourself, maybe this world, this hurting world, just gives you more reason to move, to breathe, to create stillness whenever is necessary. Take a deep inhale through the nose, and on your exhale, sigh it out. Let it go. We're going to do that again to connect into our reason for breathing here. Breathe in through the nose. Hold there. Take another sip in. Exhale. Let it go. Releasing the hands. Blinking the eyes open. Hello again. So you're going to uncross, or if your legs are crossed, just find the opposite leg in front to even out here. If your hips were on heels, maybe you cross your legs this time. Take those arms overhead. Sit here. Let's find those 3 breaths. So breathing in through the nose so that you can breathe out through the nose. Soften through the shoulders, root into the sit bones to lengthen through the fingertips, as if fingertips could reach through the ceiling, could reach beyond any barrier, any doubt. Interlace those fingers behind you. We're going to find a version of cow-cat. Exhale. Compress. Dome through the upper back. Inhale. Open through the arms. Expand the elbow points. Exhale. Draw it in. Chin to heart. Inhale to open as if heart could kiss sky. Exhale. Draw it in. Compress. Navel draws in and up. Inhale to reopen. Take those arms overhead. Soften through the shoulders. Let's connect to some twisting action here. So left hand outside right leg for leverage. Maybe your gaze goes past the right shoulder. Maybe that right arm stays long behind you. Reach for something as you twist here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Next inhale, come back to center. And then you're going to go in the opposite direction. Right hand outside left leg. You can always release that left hand behind that low back. The inhale lengthens you through the crown of the head. The exhale allows you to twist just a little bit more. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back to center. And then we're finding length through the side of your body now. Right arm, right side of your mat, so that you can create length through the left side of the body. Make sure that left hip is connected to the ground. Then reach up and over through that left arm. Gaze can go down or up. Palm behind the head. This time, energize through the left elbow point. That's the highest point in your body here. Can you get a little bit longer as you lengthen through the left side torso here? Still rooted through the hips, still even through the hips. Inhale, come back to center. Take it in the opposite. Left arm, left side of your mat. Right arm up and over. Root that right hip into the ground. Hips are even. Reach up and over through that right arm. Right palm behind the back of your head, pressing the back of your head into the palm, and then energize through that right elbow point, as if right elbow point could reach through the ceiling. Once again, reach beyond the barriers, those things that hold you back mentally, physically, even spiritually. Arms overhead. And then exhale, release the palms, uncross the shins, find your tabletop. We're going to find our cow-cats here. So spread through the fingers, press into the shins. Inhale, gaze up, heart forward and through, belly down. Exhale, press the ground away from your chin to heart. Navel draws in and up, still pressing into the palms. Inhale, gaze up, belly down. Cow pose. Exhale, chin to heart. Navel draws in and up. Yes, keep breathing, keep moving. Maybe you close the eyes. Let that breath, let those distractions that you get rid of take you more inwardly. Returning to your tabletop, connecting to some hip circles this time. Take those hips over to the right, down to the heels, around to the left. Motion is lotion. The slower, the bigger you make the circles, the more opportunity you have to create space here. Then take those hips in the opposite direction, towards the left, then to the right. And then imagine that you were auditioning for a Reba concert, just like I do every day in my head. Come back, child's pose. Knees touch underneath you, hips to heels. You can rock the forehead from left to right. You can bump those hips from left to right, just like you did earlier. Find comfort so that you can arrive a little bit more in your child's pose. You have a couple more breaths here in your child's pose. I'm readjusting my body just so that you can see me from a different angle, different side of my body. Yeah. Claw those fingertips into the mat. Inhale, return to that tabletop, knees slightly back, tuck the toes. Find your downward dog. You can shake your head no, shake your head. You can bend one knee, then the other. I've noticed as I'm recording that I say yeah a lot, so if you can count how many times I say it, you'll get a prize from Sweat and Nick Page. Maybe you come onto the balls of both feet. Use that exhale to release the torso a little bit more towards thighs. Release heels towards ground. Visualize that upside down V shape. Think length. Think breath here. When you feel ready, begin to come onto those tiptoes. And as slowly as you can, walk those feet towards the top of your mat. Slowly making your way to a forward fold. Know that you can keep those knees as bent as you need so that torso is towards thighs. You can grab opposite elbow. Maybe grab your block so that it's near you. We will be using it in class. Sway from right to left. Just surrender here. Surrender to the breath. Surrender that upper body towards the lower body. Release those fingers underneath shoulders. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins, tail back. Yeah, exhale, release. Inhale, half lift, strong core, long spine. Exhale, sigh it out. One more time. Inhale, half lift, tail back, crown forward. Exhale, release, forehead towards shins. Interlace those fingers behind the low back. We're going to open through the outside of the hips. So just cha-cha from right to left, gaze, as you goes to either side as you bend through opposite knees. This time bending the left knee slightly, straighten that right leg. Those knuckles are interlaced. Heels of the hands as if they could touch, and then can you lift those hands a little bit higher? Opening through that right hip this time. One more breath. Come back to center, taking it in the opposite direction, so bending into that right knee slightly, straightening through that left leg, taking that gaze towards the sky. Settle in here. Good. And then releasing. Small bend through the knees. Next inhale, reverse swan dive. Take those arms out and overhead. Soften through the shoulders. And we lengthen here into Tadasana. Root into the soles of the feet to get longer through those fingertips. Reach for something as if fingers could go beyond the sky. Big toes touch, slight separation through the heels. Sit into your chair. Arms long. You can cactus the arms. Hands to heart, hands to hips. Just find a place where you feel challenged, but where you feel comfortable. If you chose to take those arms overhead, take those biceps back. Fingers reach up. Can you reach that heart forward and through? Draw those knees into touch for more strength here. Yes, breathe here. Root into the soles of both feet. On your inhale, straighten the legs, cactus the arms, send your heart forward and through as if heart could kiss sky. Spread through the fingers a little bit more. Next inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, release. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to find a low chair. Big toes are touching, slight separation through the heels. Bend the knees. Hips will not go lower than knees. You can take your hands to heart. You can take your hands to hips. If you want to take your hands overhead, do so. So see if you can lean back. The more you lean back, the lower you'll sit through those hips. Those knees are drawing in, they're touching, they're strengthening. Lift those biceps a little bit higher if they're overhead. Transfer the weight back. One more breath. Exhale, release, forward fold. Shake your head, no. Shake your head, yes. Preparing for a modified low lunge. Small bend through both knees, ball of your left foot back. You're going to drop that back knee, top of that back foot's connect. Strong core, inhale, rise up. So we're going to breathe here. This is going to be center. We're going to be in between two postures. So your exhale is going to cactus the arms, hips forward. Inhale, return to the center point. Exhale, arms back, straighten that right leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus. Hips forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, arms back, straighten right leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus. Hold here, as if those shoulder blades could kiss behind you. You can keep the arms cactused. You can release those fingers towards the ground. Energize the fingers towards the ground, though. Keep the heart reaching forward and through. One more breath. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale. Yes, straighten the right leg, fingertips back, energize through the triceps. Don't be afraid to weeble wobble here. If you fall, know that you can get back up, maybe even stronger. Strong core, long spine. One more breath here. Maybe interlace those fingers behind you. Release the hands, frame the right shin. Keep that right leg straight. Half splits. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Do that again. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, surrender. Hold here, breathe here, never the breath. Energize that heart towards the mirror. Rebend the right leg, press into the L's of the hands, tuck the back toes, lift the left knee, right foot meets left, plank pose. So you're in a plank, know that you can always drop both knees to the ground. If you do so, shoulders over knuckles. Press the ground away from you through the palms, navel draws in and up wherever you are. Breathe here. And then on your exhale, slowly lower. Elbow points, draw in and back. Everything releases to the ground. Tops of your feet connect. Palms slightly back, elbow points drawing in back. Preparing just to lift the upper body. Keep that gaze down. Yeah, inhale, lift through the shoulders. Little to no weight in the palms. Exhale, release. Let's do that again. Just the upper body, little to no weight in the palms. Lift the heart, lift the shoulders. Exhale, release. This time, we're going to lift everything. Palms, feet. So point those toes back. Use your inhale to lift a little bit higher. Shoulder blades draw in and back. No crunching through the back of the neck. I can see you. Kind of. Exhale. Release. Press into the palms. Press into the knees. Hips to heels. Move that red couch out of your way and surrender into your child's pose. Reconnect to your intention, to healing, to the answers that you're looking for, whether they come now or in the next posture or after this class. Know that they will come. Inhale, come back to your tabletop. Knees slightly back, tuck the toes. Find that down dog. Readjust your body however need be. Yeah, and then make your way to a forward fold. Top of your mat. I said yeah again. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. You have one more. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Small bend through the knees, ball of your right foot back. Drop that back knee, top of that back foot connects. Other side. Press into that left big toe, strong core. Inhale, arms overhead. Remember, this is center. Soften those shoulders back and down. Energize those fingertips. So this will be the center point. And we'll use our exhale, yes, to cactus the arms, hips forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, straighten that left leg, fingertips back. You're long through the arms. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus, hips forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, lengthen that front leg, fingertips back. Inhale, center. Exhale, hold here. Hips forward, shoulder blades drawn in down. Take those arms wherever you want. You're opening, yes, through that right psoas. You're opening through the heart. You can open and close your mouth. You're never being afraid to disconnect from breath. You can eventually reconnect to even stronger. Inhale, center, and then exhale. Straighten the left leg, fingers back, weeble wobble. See if you can find stillness though. Even here, even when you're not sitting, you can still connect to stillness, even if it's for a breath. Yeah, maybe interlace those fingers behind you. One more. Release the fingers, straighten the left leg. Half splits, inhale, half lift. Exhale, surrender. You have two more of those. Inhale, half lift, movement is small. Exhale, fold. Do that again. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, surrender. Hold here. The posture, not the breath. Energize that heart forward. Reach the heart for something. In my case, I'd reach it for Reba. Rebend that left leg, press into the L's of both hands, untuck the back toes, return to the plank. Once again, you can connect knees to ground. Breathe here, hinge forward. Reach back. Yes. Hinge forward. And then on your exhale, even if knees are connected or not, lower all the way to the ground. Elbow points draw in and back. Take those palms underneath the shoulders, big toes touch. On your inhale, you're going to lift everything off the ground. Keep those hips connected. Keep that eye gaze underneath you. Can you draw those shoulder blades in and back? Lift a little bit higher as you point the toes even further back. The more you lengthen, the more you lift. Exhale, release. Full body prostration. You have a moment here to surrender. No muscle is active. That breath, let it move within you. Feel the ground beneath you, the support of it. Feel gravity spill over it, the comfort of that, as if it was your mom's embrace. Breathe here. Palms under shoulders. We're going to press into a plank. Tuck the toes, engage the quads. Navel draws in and up. Yes, exhale. Press the ground away from you. Inhale. Exhale. Send those hips up. Down dog. Yeah, do what you need to here. You're going to eventually bring those big toes to touch. Right leg will lift high. Right heel towards sky. Left heel towards ground. Exhale. Knee to forehead. Inhale. Send that right leg back. We have 2 more. Exhale. Knee to forehead. Inhale, send that right leg back. Last time. Exhale, knee to forward. Come higher in the ball of that back foot. Look in between your hands. Step that right foot in between. You can drop the back knee, or you can keep that back knee lifted. Either way, you're going to strengthen here through the core. So energize those fingers off the ground. Shoulders roll up and back. Arms frame the ears, and then find your crescent lunge, whether it's modified or not. Biceps back, fingers high. We're going to find a variation of what we did in the last sequence. Yes, breathe here. Arrive here. Wait for it. Straighten the right leg. Exhale. Cactus the arms. Rebend that front leg. Inhale to straighten the right leg's arms. Exhale. Rebend the right leg. Arms back. Inhale. Re-straighten the right leg. Now cactus the arms. Rebend the leg. Inhale to straighten. Exhale. Rebend the right leg. Arms back. Arms overhead, straighten the right leg. Exhale, rebend the right leg. Cactus the arms. Hold here. Do whatever you want with the arms. Cactus, maybe fingers towards the ground. Keep pressing into that right big toe. Maybe come higher on the ball of that back foot. You can even interlace those fingers behind you. Inhale, come back to center. Right leg is straight. Exhale. Yes, hover that upper body. Fingers back. Hold here. You can also take the hands to hips for more support. Keep pressing into that right big toe. Stay high on the ball of that back foot. You can stay here or preparing for a warrior 3. Press into the bottom of that right foot, hands to heart center. Lift that back foot off the ground. I use a block for support to help square the hips a little bit more, to help lift that lifted leg a little bit higher. Take your hands wherever you want, to hips, out wide. Reach for something. We're going to find half moon. So left hand, left hip, stacking left shoulder over right, fall out of it. It's all right to fall. You fall out of it to come back even stronger. In this room, outside this room. Left shoulder over right, maybe even left fingers towards the sky. My hand is connected to a block. Does your hand need to be connected to a block or a book? So don't be afraid. Re-square the hips. Find that warrior 3, wherever you are, even if you are still hovered. We're all going to find a pyramid. So both legs are straight, or as straight as can be. Upper body is over right leg. Make sure you're not compressing through the back of the neck. You can shake your head no, shake your head yes here. You can find those inhales, half lift, exhale, fold. To find a little bit more release, preparing for a 3-legged dog. Yeah, press into the L's of the hands, ball of the back foot, lift that right leg back and through. Stack that right hip over the left, point the right toes. Bend the right knee as if you could kick that right heel to the glute. Yeah, reverse your dog, lengthening through the left leg, but pressing into the sole of the right foot. You have 3 breaths here to expand through the heart, to reach your gaze back, to reach your heart high. One more breath. You've got this. Come back to your 3-legged dog. Right foot meets left. Find your plank pose on your inhale. Breathe. On your exhale. Yeah. You can release the knees. You can keep those knees lifted. Wherever you are, begin to lower to the ground as slowly as you can. You're going to interlace fingers behind your low back this time. Bring those big toes to touch. Remember, the longer you are through the legs, the higher you'll reach. You'll lift. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the legs. Keep pressing into those hips. Keep that eye gaze underneath you as if knuckles could touch that cushion behind you. Lift a little bit higher. Release. Press into the palms. You can press into a child's pose or into plank. Tuck the toes, engage the quads. Navel draws in and up. Exhale, press the ground away from you. Inhale. Exhale, send those hips up. Down dog. Walk it out. Shake it. Open and close the mouth. Yeah, you can take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Big toes touch. Left leg lifts this time. Lift that left heel a little bit higher. Exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, back and through. We have 2 more. Exhale, knee to forehead as if knee could touch forehead. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to forehead. Look in between your hands. And then step that left foot in between. You can drop that back knee. You can keep that back knee lifted. Navel draws in and up. Hover the fingertips off the mat. Shoulders roll up and back. Keep that upper body where it is. Lift the arms. Biceps. Yeah. Then find your crescent, whether it's modified or not. Remember, we're going to be in between those 2 postures. Where you are now is your center. Settle into the hips, but lift those fingers up and high. Keep pressing into that left big toe. Straighten the left leg. Exhale, cactus the arms, rebend into that left leg. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, rebend the front leg. Arms back, hover the upper body. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, cactus the arms, bend the front leg. Yes. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, hover that upper body over the left leg. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, cactus. Hold here. Take those arms wherever you want. Fingers towards ground. Space through the fingers. You can even interlace those fingers behind you. Heart is reaching forward and through. You're still pressing into that left big toe. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Arms overhead. Exhale, hover that upper body. Navel draws in and up. Lengthen through the spine. Take those hands where you need. You can stay here like you did on the other side. You can take those arms overhead. Preparing for our warrior 3 as you shift your weight forward. Yeah, press into the bottom of that left foot. Press the ground away from you through the bottom of the left foot. Get stronger through that left leg. You can reach for your block. Let that block help stabilize you. Keep those hips squared. Maybe lift that back heel higher. I'm not. How sad. And then we're going to prepare for half moon. So if you want to do half moon with us, yeah, you're going to stack left hip over right. Left hand on right hip. Is that? No, right hand on right hip. Yeah, so it's right hip over left. You can take your gaze up. No, if you take your gaze up, it's going to challenge the posture just a little bit more. You're still pressing into the sole of that bottom foot. Yeah, square off through the hips. Square off through the shoulders. One more breath here. Releasing that back foot, 2 to 3 feet behind the left foot. Feet are about hips distance apart. Pyramid pose. So make sure you're not collapsing all of your weight onto that left hip. Yeah, inhale. Exhale, surrender. Inhale. Exhale, surrender. You can always use the support of the block here to lengthen those arms even more. Preparing for that 3-legged dog. So press into the L's of the hands. Ball of that right foot. Send that left leg back and through. Point the left toe. Stack that left hip over the right. Kick yourself in the glute. You can stay here. Beautiful place. Or left foot. Yeah. Take it behind you. Keep that right leg straight. And then reach the heart forward and through. You're also lifting through the low abs. Your left fingers, they're reaching for something. Maybe that mirror behind you, that window behind you, that light that's shining in, returning to your down dog. Inhale, plank. Hold here. You're strong, stronger than you think. And it's beyond the physical. You're strong in all the other ways. Exhale, slower, slowly lower. We're going to interlace those fingers once again behind your low back. See if you can find the opposite interlace, as if you were holding Reba McEntire's hand. Inhale, lift everything up. Big toes are touching. The more you lengthen those toes back, the higher you'll lift on that inhale. Yeah, lift those hands off the low back. Shoulders are back and down. Exhale, release. Arms overhead. Full body prostration. You can move the forehead from left to right, but then just find moments, 3 breaths of surrendering. Nothing is engaged. but you can once again connect to breath, connect to your reason for being here. Notice if you can find stillness, quietness. If you need to, you can bend the knees, windshield wiper the legs from right to left. This will allow you to open through that low back. Remember, everything you do is for a reason, for a purpose. Inside this room, it's hopefully to create ease through the physical body. Press into the palms, press into the knees. Instead of finding a child's pose this time, find a peaceful warrior. Once again, if there's that dog beside you, tell him to get a life. In a peaceful warrior, knees are wide so that the torso is relaxing in between the legs. You can press the fingertips into the mat. Stay there. I'm readjusting my body. Still in your peaceful warrior or child's pose. So we have another sequence. This sequence will lead to a fire log posture. So make your way back into a seated. You can shake or circle through the neck. Notice what came up. Acknowledge that. Notice how you're feeling. Acknowledge that. So in your seat, let's reconnect to breath. So take a deep, full inhale through the nose, even deeper. Exhale, sigh it out. Come back to your tabletop. Take those knees slightly back, tuck the toes, lift those hips up and back. Find another down dog. Do whatever you need to here. Take a deep, full inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Think of whoever you miss. Think of the Days of Our Lives episode that you saw today that's just like the one from 20 years ago. Come onto the balls of both feet, and when you feel ready, you're going to step or hop top of your mat, forward fold. So grab onto your block just so it's handy. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. 2 more. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, strong core. Exhale, fold. So I use the block for a standing splits, which we're going to now, just because it keeps me from collapsing onto my right hip. So root into the bottom of the right foot, lift that left leg. Forehead is still reaching towards shin. Yeah, you can reach for your block. Keep those hips squared. Maybe walk those hands a little bit more back. Good, that left knee, take it inside that right inner knee. And then you're going to take that left knee over to the left, up and around. Find circles here, creating space through that right hip. When you feel ready, you're going to take those circles with the right knee, that left knee, but in the opposite direction. So towards the sky, then towards the left. Bring that left knee back in towards center, hands to heart, left heel towards glute, and then come up and through. One-legged Tadasana. Don't be afraid to drop that left foot to restabilize. Don't be afraid to keep your hands at heart center. If you want to take those arms overhead, do so. You're pressing into that right big toe, straighten through that left leg. Engage the left quad to lift that left foot a little bit higher. Shoulders, ribs, and hips are creating one straight line. Rebend the left leg, hands to heart. Small bend into that right leg. That left leg is going to come inside that right inner knee and hold here. Strong core. Release the hands. Left knee is going to come behind the right calf. Come onto your bottom. And instead of finding a happy cow face, this is where we find our fire log. So I like both knees bent. If that's not comfortable, you can always straighten that bottom leg, especially if one of those hips is lifted off the ground. So know you can be here. That ankle of your right leg is going to be on the left quad, maybe to help massage it. See if you can flex through both feet. If you want to rebend the legs, just like I did, do so. I like putting the pinky edge of my top foot inside that bottom right knee, just because it helps massage it. But you place that top foot wherever is comfortable. Make sure the hips are squared. You can walk those fingertips forward. If you do so, see if you can keep those hips rooted into the ground. The more you root, the more space you can create here. I'm going to use the block here. I'm going to take the block in between my forehead and my right knee, and we have 3 breaths here, maybe 4. So the inhale, take a deep, full inhale through the nose. And then use that exhale to surrender. Maybe walk those fingertips a little bit more forward. Feel that right knee get a little bit closer towards that bottom foot. Yes. Inhale, come back to center. Uncross the legs. Shift your weight onto your sit bones. And then just circle through the feet, the legs here. You have a small bend through the knees. Cross the ankles. Reach those fingertips forward. You can shimmy here. Rock your forehead from left to right. Stay rooted into the sit bones. Keep reaching those fingertips forward. Find space through that low back. Inhale, come back. You're going to make your way into a tabletop, uncrossing the ankles. Yeah, find a cow cat. Why not? We all love cow cats. Knees slightly back, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Shake the head no, shake the head yes. You're on the balls of both feet. And then step or hop top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Yeah, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Yeah, I said that one on purpose. This time you're going to root into the bottom of the left foot. Keep pressing into that left big toe. Lift that right leg. So standing splits. Know that that block there is to support you if you need it. Maybe you don't need it, but just honor what you need in this room, outside this room, whatever room you're in. Hey, Jukai. Jukai, move. Oh my gosh, Jukai. Right knee is going to come inside that left inner knee, and then find those circles. You're still pressing into the bottom of that left foot. You're going to eventually take that right knee in the opposite direction. Goal here is to just create fluidity through that right hip. Eventually, you'll bring that right knee back inside that left inner knee. That right knee is still bent. Right heel towards glute. Hands to heart center. Hold here. You're still pressing into that bottom of the left foot. Inhale, come up and through. One-legged Tadasana. See if you can stack right knee over right ankle. Hands at heart. Don't be afraid to drop the bottom of the right foot just like I did. Shake it out. You can keep the hands at heart, or you can take them overhead. Soften through the shoulders. Yeah, maybe hands to hips. Remember, there's always a place to be. Straighten that right leg. Engage the quad. Press something away from you. Yeah, flex that right foot. Inhale, engage. Can you lift that left leg a little bit higher? Rebend the right leg. Hands to heart center. Remember, we're coming back down, but slowly. Small bend through the left leg, your standing leg. And then that right knee is going to come inside that left inner knee, as if back heel could kick glute. Release the hands. Forehead towards shin. Bend into that front leg more. That left knee is going to come behind the right calf, sending the bottom onto the ground. Preparing for your fire log, other side. Your left leg is your top leg. Do whatever you have to do with that bottom leg. Keep it bent. Keep it straight. That bottom shin, you're trying to align it with the top of your mat. And that left knee, wherever it is, accept that. Even if it's towards that left shoulder, that's fine, guys. We're in yoga to create space. Yeah, circle the neck. Sit bones are rooted. You can massage through the bottoms of your feet. Use the block. Place it somewhere handy if you know you're going to use it. You can walk those hands forward, but keep the sit bones connected. If you want that block in between the forehead and that top knee, do so. And then you have those 3 to 4 breaths here. So the inhale. Yeah, take a deep, full inhale. Exhale. Feel that top knee get closer to that bottom foot. Breathe again. Goal is to get that knee closer. Slowly. Take it in steps. Take it one breath at a time. By doing that, you don't force anything. Yeah, come back out of it. You're going to shift your weight back, uncross the ankles. Palms are beside the hips. Just circle through the legs here. Be playful here. Why not? And then take those, circles in the opposite direction. Cross the shins. Maybe find the opposite cross. Keep those hips, sit bones rooted. Walk those fingers forward. Stay where you are. I'm just readjusting my body once again because I like all the sides of me. I really don't, but I'm just trying to be as professional as I can in this video. Yeah. Press those fingertips into the ground. I just said yeah again. You can shimmy that upper body from left to right. Eventually walking those hands back. You're going to uncross the ankles. Draw those heels as closely as you can to the hips, knees touch, arms wide. You're going to give yourself a hug here. So when's the last time you gave yourself a hug? Maybe today you need that hug. As much as you need hugs from other people, you need a hug from yourself. Yeah, close off. You close off to eventually open up. Open up in ways that maybe you've been afraid to open up. We're going to reverse that. So readjust the body. Feet are going to be about hips distance. Heels as close as you can to the hips. Press into the soles of the feet, into the palms. Lift those hips. 3 breaths here. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. No collapsing into the back of the neck. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, sigh it out. Lift through the low abs. Release the hips. We're going to prepare to lower. So knees are bent. See if you can find length through the spine. Exhale, lower halfway. Hold. Hold. Strong core. Inhale, come back up. Yeah. Exhale, lower. Hold. Breathe. Exhale, come back up. Or your inhale. This next breath, you're going to slowly lower onto the ground. 1 bit of your spine at a time. Take those feet a little bit wider. Windshield wiper them from right to left. 3 times on each side. Arriving that spine onto the mat this time. We haven't had a chance to have our spine connected, and here we are. So feel that. Once you've windshield wiper, readjust yourself however you need to on the mat. You're going to draw both knees into your heart. Make sure you're long through the entire spine, including your cervical spine. Keep that right knee drawn in for wind relieving. Left leg extends out. Hips are even. Make sure you interlace those fingers over the right shin. Readjust your hands however need be. If you want the box grip here to maybe compress a little bit more, take the forearms over the right shin, grabbing for opposite elbow. Feel the length through the spine. Feel how much depth you can create through the right side. Feel how much length you can create through that left leg. Preparing for the twist. Yeah, so use that left hand to take right knee, left side of your mat. Close off, right shoulder over left. Don't be afraid to close. And then inhale, open. We have 3 breaths here in our twist here. Use that inhale to expand through the entire front side of your collarbone, chest, so that on your exhale, you can surrender through that right shoulder, right rib cage. If you noticed, I hooked my right foot behind the left knee. For me, that gives me a little bit more leverage to twist a little bit more through the mid-back. To your last exhale, draw both knees back into your heart. You can rock from right to left. Yeah, and then loosen the grip. Keep that left knee drawn in. Extend your right leg. Keep that right foot flexed, long through the spine. Interlace those fingers. Take the box grip over that left shin. Find a place to breathe. Use the exhale to compress through the left side. Use the inhale to lengthen from the crown of the head to the heel of that right foot. Where can you send breath here? Maybe your breath is what heals you. Maybe that's the answer that we're looking for, breath. And then twist. Yeah, that right hand is going to take the left knee, close off, left shoulder over right. Inhale to open and expand. I think I've said, 905 times. The inhale will expand you through the left side of you so that on your exhale, that left rib cage can get a little bit closer towards the ground. Be here. Breathe here. Inhale, come back to center. Readjust your body. Give yourself a hug again. This time the back of your head is connected. You can always lift it, forehead towards knees. Compressing here, maybe to massage through the organs. To maybe find a moment of stillness. To open and close the mouth. Loosen the grip. Happy baby. Arms inside the legs, pinky edges of your feet. Straighten one leg so that you can bend more through the opposite leg. Reverse that. Straighten the other leg so that you can bend through that other leg. If you're ready for your final resting posture, by all means, go there. If you want plow, Let's go into it mindfully. So palms beside the hips. Readjust your body like I did if you need to, so you're back on your mat, but never being afraid to be off your mat. Lift the hips, hands to low back. I always start with the bend in my knees. So see if you can connect knees to forehead. See if you can readjust all of the weight so that it's on your backside, the upper back, the shoulders, never the back of the neck. Once you feel the support underneath the shoulders, you can straighten the legs. I said, again. I have the red couch behind me, and little did I know it'd be useful here. I'm pressing my heels into it, so it allows me to create a little bit more length. When you're ready, hands to low back, we bend those knees. And then how slowly can you lower your spine? One bit at a time. Preparing for your Shavasana, your resting posture, maybe the most important posture of your class, maybe the posture that we all need more of, not just because life is chaotic now, but even when life isn't chaotic, can we do more Shavasana? So take your left hand maybe to your heart, feel the rhythm of your heart. Take your right hand to your belly, feel the rhythm of your breath. Close the eyes and see if you can surrender here. Eventually, you'll take your arms out wide as you can. Those legs are wide. How much space can you create here? Feel the earth beneath you. Feel how it protects you. Let gravity spill over you. Feel how gravity embraces you as if it were a blanket, as if it were a loved one's hug. Returning to your reason for coming onto your mat. Maybe you were looking for an answer and maybe you didn't get that answer. But that doesn't mean you stop breathing. Maybe we have to breathe more when the answers don't arrive. When we don't know how tomorrow's going to look or next week. Can you still breathe? Because through your breaths, the answers do arrive. Settle in here. It's you and your breath. It's you and Jukai. It's you and whoever you're imagining right now, whether they're with you or not. Let that breath become you. Let that breath settle you. Take your time. So we're going to slowly come out of it, wiggling through the fingers, through the toes. Come onto your right side, that right arm overhead, so your right biceps a pillow, fetal position. When you feel ready, press into that left palm to come back to a seat, just like we started class. Maybe you close your eyes here. Maybe you open and close your mouth, releasing tension through the face, through the jaw. Take your hands to heart center. It's been an honor. From Sweat's heart, from my heart, from Jukai's heart to your heart. Namaste. Bye-bye.